Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout. This is another layout that I got done at my crop that I went away to a couple months ago now. And these were all scraps. So this was a page kit that was all done with leftover pattern papers, leftover embellishments. And this page came together really quickly. I think it was about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. And I want to scrap some more pictures of our hike going up the mountain. And I did cut down the pictures just a little bit. I think they were 4x4, but I even cut them down a little bit more than that. I just wanted a little bit less of around them. So I think they're maybe 3x4 each. And then I mounted it on the inside of the white cardstock because I wanted a white edge. As you can tell, it's all scraps. So I have the polka dot paper, which is the Doodlebug pattern paper. That's about 8x12, and I'm going to use it in the size that it's in. Then this other pattern paper, it's about 6x12, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it so that there's a border around my picture. So that's going to be a mat for my picture. Then the other pattern paper is about almost 2.5x12, and I'm going to cut that in two, and then I'm going to split it so that it has a border on either side of that pattern paper. Now I'm going to start playing around with the embellishments, and as you can tell, the butterfly one, that was one of the embellishments that I had put together. And then when I had put the rest of the embellishments in this page kit, there was a tag, and I'm going to add it in behind the butterfly, and it's going to provide me with my embellishment foundation. So that cluster came together really quickly because the rest of it was put together, and then I just added that tag as an embellishment foundation. I first looked to see if I could put it with my journaling, and then I thought, no, I think I like it on its own at the bottom right of the layout. One thing that I always have close to me or I bring to crops are my Becky Higgins 4x6 cards and 3x4 journaling cards. And I like to use them obviously for journaling, but I also use them as what I call my embellishment foundation. So even though I'm going to do my journaling on that, I'm going to take a corner of it and I'm going to make an embellishment cluster. Now I'm ready to start gluing stuff down, so I'm going to ink the edges of all the pattern papers just using Distress Ink by Tim Holtz, probably Evergreen Bow. It's probably one of my most used distress inks. Now this Doodlebug pattern paper, it's from 2001, so it's super old, and I don't know if you remember, but back then the pattern paper was quite flimsy, so it's really, you know, a quite flimsy pattern papers, but that's okay because I'm going to mat it on some white cardstock from Stampin' Up, and you know, all is going to be good. It's going to provide it with the sturdiness that I need. Now I'm going to glue everything down, and then I'm going to start gluing down my embellishment clusters. So once, you know, I start playing around for a bit, and then once I know I'm pretty confident with how the layout is going to go, I just start gluing down. And you know, it's great because my pages come together really quickly. Now on the opposite side, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I rip stuff apart quite a bit. And I would say, you know, that's a downfall to it, gluing down stuff really quickly. But I don't mind. And I had someone say that, what's the name of that company? Creative Memories has a tool to help you pull up the stuff. I have it. It's, you know, I had brought it with me at that crop. I just start pulling. I know I should probably start using that tool a little bit more, but I don't even think about it if I'm scrapping and that thing needs to come up, I just start pulling on it. And I haven't had anything rip on me so bad that I wasn't able to use it. So I just take my time, I pull it off, and then I just re-glue it down. But in this case, I think I was okay. But the last few layouts I've had, you know, a few issues with having to pull things up. So I just thought that I would mention that yes, I do have that picker upper tool from Creative Memories, and what I need to do is just put it right in front of me so that I think about it. It's more of a thing that I just don't think about it. Now I'm going to go through the embellishments that I had put with this page kit, and don't forget, these are embellishments that were in other page kits and sort of didn't make it in onto a layout. So by putting them in another page kit, all of a sudden, you know, they're making it onto a layout. And also the pattern papers, these were leftovers. I just can't stand having drawers and drawers full of leftover pattern papers or big baskets left of embellishments. So it's nice to be able to get them used up and put them on a page. So while you're watching this today, I am working. The day I'm doing the voiceover is June 5th, and I start and I work the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. But I think I'm at a spot right now that my channel will be sort of regular again. So for the next little bit, it'll be every Monday and Thursdays, probably till the end of June, until I get settled a little bit more. I am working on my next class. It's going to be a 2-page class. So it's going to be sketches, and instead of just doing a 1-pager, we're going to be doing 2 pages. And so I'm working on that. So probably till the end of June, I'm going to be uploading every Monday and Thursday. So now I'm working on my title, and I just grabbed some of the thickers that I had put, you know, that I brought with me, and the title is just going to be Silly Kids. And that's pretty much going to complete this layout. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and maybe leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.